him money.
Right.
So here's my problem with him, real quick. He's a businessman. That's what he does. I've already showed that he didn't finish this, he didn't do this, he didn't do this, he didn't do this, he didn't do, he doesn't do what he says he's going to do.
Right.
A lot of his projects, he has not done anything. So, quit lying to the people. If you're lying about this, what else are you lying about? 20,000 jobs in 25 years? Most of the people that are going to get those jobs, okay, let's say that it's 20,000 jobs. It's not going to be Moreno Valley residents. When Skechers came, how many residents from Moreno Valley got a job at Skechers?
I've been here and maybe a couple.
One person. Because all those people, okay, like I said, I've worked at Skechers for 15 years. And they're going to transfer my job to Moreno Valley.
Hey, how you doing, man?
They're going to transfer my job to Moreno Valley, right? I'm making $20 an hour. You think I'm going to leave that? I'm going to commute to Moreno Valley to keep my job. I'm not going to quit. And that's the problem everybody has here. Everybody that owns a home here either works in Orange County, LA, San Diego, or wherever they work. They're commuting. That's true. That's because they've got time vested. They're not going to leave that job and say, you know what, I bought a house, I'll just quit. You don't do that. You're going to commute. Now the kids, I feel sorry for them, but for them to complain, I've been here since the 70s, and I was a little kid. There was nothing. This was all grassland. There was nothing out here. So the only option I had was join the military or get an education. Wasn't ready for an education, so I joined the military. But you see what I'm saying? But these kids, give us a job. I ask them all the time, if we're going to do this, great. Are you prepared for a job right now? Why aren't you working at a warehouse right now? Why aren't you working at a warehouse right now?
Why aren't you working, period, right now?
Thank you. Because they're hiring.
Yeah, they're hiring.
We've got plenty of people that are unemployed here in the city. You're signing the petition that says, I want warehouse jobs. Why aren't you working there?
And to be honest with you, and not going too deep into it, they're being very good for these.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've heard, because that's how desperate, not desperate, but he needs this to go to the council so he can put it like this. As a businessman, and I'm not mad at him, as a businessman, I would be doing the same thing, because the little investment that think about it, he paid $600,000 in a local election. That was more than every election in the state.
So for the signatures that he's paying $13.
What, a signature?
Yes.
Per signature?
Per person.
Per person. So $13 an hour.
No, $13. They say you sign, he sign, we sign.
That's per signature.
Per signature.
Are they still hiring? I might want to get in on that. But that's still, like I said, I'm not mad at you guys and like that, but it's just the idea of $600,000, right? I invested in these council members. How much am I getting back in investment? It's priceless. I'm getting, come on, man, I'm making money. So what he's paying you guys for what he's going to get in return? 10 lawsuits. I dropped 8 of them. That's
settle on the rest, right?
Like I said, I'm not mad at him, but see, my thing is, people got to understand the whole
warehouse jobs.
Right. Wait.
$20,000 a year.
Right. A warehouse that's not going to be built in 25 years, if it gets built at all. But if the people are paying my taxes and putting my new roads in, right? So if I do his infrastructure for him, like my pool, I want you to help me. What's the value of my house goes up? 3 or 4 times, because I got a pool back there, right? Now, all I'm saying is, hey, you're right. That's your land. Just like you would say, if I came to you knocking on your door, I need, $1,000 so you can put it in my pool. You're gonna be like, what the hell?
I have access to it.
Well, no, because think about it. His World Logistics Center. Am I gonna have access to it?
No.
But I put in his road. I did all that. My taxes. I should have access to it, right? And that's what I'm telling. All I'm telling people, do what the hell you want to do, because I'm just one person, but know what's going on.
Right.
And if you know what's going on correctly and do your homework, either way it goes. But 25 years down the road, no. If you need a job right now, why aren't you working? Like you said, why aren't you working right now? But how is this going to help you 25 years from now? It's not. And then, it's for the kids. Why the hell would I condemn my child to work in a warehouse? And then, you have parents, I have parents. I refuse to let my parents run my life. If I want to be a gang member, that's what I'm going to be. If I'm going to be a pilot, that's what I'm going to be. But I'm not going to let my parents dictate what I want to do and my happiness. So how can we as parents sit there and make a decision and possibly a bad decision for our children. No, it's not even our children, it's our grandchildren. Come on, how are we going to do that? Something to think about, man. It's deep.
I'm definitely thinking. I mean, you know, even not just that, you know, just speaking with you, just having a reality check with my son now.
Right.
Because,
is he ready now, you know? Well, how old is he?
He'll be 18 on the 1st of November.
1st of November, man. So he's going to be a man. My youngest going to be in January.
So,
and the question is he ready?
He ain't ready. I mean, here it is. He plays football. He's like, Dad, I want to play football. I want to go to college. I said, Sean, you're good, but
statistically,
good,
right?
You
got to.
I mean, I didn't tell him not to be good.
Right, but you know.
I'm like, son, you
gotta have a backup plan.
Have a backup plan. Okay, well, I want to do some music. I'm like,
you can do that as a hobby on the side.
I said, well, then why don't you just go to the reserve?
Right.
Let the college. And what do you want to go to college for? And he said, I want to go for sound engineering or something.
You still got to pay for it.
How is that marketable? I mean, have you checked to see how demanding that job is? The average out maybe if you're picked up, you're seeing anywhere from $46,000 to $100,000 a year.
Right.
Mediocre, because people are starting to produce and make their own sounds now.
Right. In their home.
Exactly.
In their home.
So that eliminated the title. Really.
Right. Exactly.
You know, it just sounds good.
Exactly.
You be driving Uber. You know?
Right. Right. Exactly.
And I said, well, if you're gonna do that, son, you need to either go to the military, become a cop or something.
Right. Firefighter or something like that. Right.
Do something.
IT.
So you can at least fund your habit. You know, I'm a general contractor by trade.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, once you turn 18, you go into the military.
Don't waste no time. Right.
Don't waste. As soon as you.
I was 17. I was in.
And as soon as you graduate, you go to the military. We go get you a duplex.
Right.
You know, build your duplex. You rent outside. You live inside.
Right.
Make sure you have a garage.
Right. Have your own little spot.
In the back, you can put your studio.
Right.
Back there.
Right. That'll help you.
You can eventually move in there and rent out both sides, so you don't have the overhead of having to pay rent.
Right. Exactly.
And you're like, yeah.
You got to think about it.
And I'm telling you, son, I'll help you push it, but what you're saying, it ain't
it's not reality. It's not reality.
Everybody want to be Lil Wayne.
Yeah, all that stuff like that. And then he's got to think about this.
And I'm not saying that you
can't do it, but the thing is, statistically, is 0.002% that you're gonna. How many people come out of college that played college ball that don't make the NFL or NBA? You're talking about over 100,000 students a year that come out of college.
Only the 10%, maybe.
It's not even the 10%. It's even lower than that. Yeah. It's like the 2%.
I mean, I even tell him, like, look at Puff Daddy. You know, he did music, but he had a business major.
Right. He interned and did his thing.
Right, and that just happened. You know, you look at a lot of these other rappers, you know, they have psychology, know, other things that they have as a major.
Right.
Not just all the eggs in that one basket.
Right. There's a book. You remember that singer Kashif? He's in the 80s. He did like songs like with Evelyn. He's like a producer, like Evelyn Champagne King, I'm in Love and Love Come Down. Love Come Down. Yeah. He produced that. He wrote a book in the 90s, and it says the book was called Everything You Need to Know About the Music Business. And it's like a blueprint. Come, let me give you my card. And just
what kind of work you do?
I'm retired. I'm retired from the military.
What do you do for fun now?
I'm retired from the military. No, this is what I do. I agitate against this WLC. That's what I do now.
Oh, okay.
I'm a community agitator, but I have a show on Facebook. So if you go to Facebook News from Edgemont, you go on Facebook.
So you need this one. You got numbers on the back.
Oh no, he need another one. Sorry. But I have a show on Facebook. It's like a Jon Stewart show where I'm talking about what's going on in the city, and I'm just giving information. Like people wake up, whatever you're doing. But the book, if your son's going to do that. Kashif is like he's really big in it. As a matter of fact, Kashif's first big person that he discovered was Whitney Houston.
Oh,
really? You Give Good Love? He produced that.
Okay.
I think he produced half of her album, and that put her on the map. So he's a big known guy in the music industry. But he wrote a book that said everything because you get in. Remember Tony Braxton went broke, TLC went broke. Everybody's like, oh my God, they're cheating them. No, they weren't cheated. That's a standard contract you get from the record company. So if you don't know the music industry, you're going to sit there and sign that. You're publishing. You don't get your publishing. I mean,
it's all business.
It's all business. And the thing is, if you read this book, it tells you everything